Bonjour, love lovers. Let's get into another interesting synastry. You know, we're here for that exclusive synastry analysis, right? So today we are dealing with Halle Bailey, right? Halle Bailey is actually an actress and a magnificent, excellent singer, musician. She's got the most angelic voice ever, right? I mean, with her single titled Angel as well, we just go wow for her. And you know, she's just talented, right? If you have to define Halle Bailey, then you have to just equalize her to talent, perfection, right? And her rapper boyfriend, DDG actually started as a YouTuber, right? And now he's like a certified rapper. He's got like a, that jolly vibe around him, like, just someone who wants to be happy, someone who wants to make it, and supported by his family, and all of that beautiful life, normal life, easy life, rich life, all of that beautiful. So guys, without further ado, let's get into the details. Let's go. By the way, if you'd like to have your analysis done as well, to assess your relationship with your significant other or even with a family member, do send me your details, and also click on the link below, basically, just to find everything. And I do also offer follow-ups, like if you receive the reports and you have questions, I'm open for that, because it is my belief that when you consult with someone, they must give you at least some time to make a follow-up so that you can have a better understanding of the analysis, right? So, and I am very, very confident in my services due to the testimonies I have received from people who actually were verifying that everything I said was spot on. I think I will also put some of these testimonies on my website, so that people really see that when I claim to offer a 99% accurate analysis, I'm not making it up. It is due to statistics, right? Anyway, done with the marketing. Let's get into the juicy details. Yes. Halle Bailey was born in 2000 in Atlanta, right, America. And she was born in March on the 27th at 10:10 in the morning. Luckily, her time is registered, because usually we don't have people's times, but luckily I have her time, right? And that makes her a Taurus ascendant. A Taurus ascendant, as we know, people who are familiar with astrology, a Taurus ascendant is someone who's all about, family, who's all about principles, good values, and obviously having resources in life, like material resources. And of course the beauty is there because this is a Venus owned ascendant, right? Now, when it comes to DDG, as it usually is the case with these men, his birth time is not recorded anywhere online, and on top of that, there's not even a lot of information about his personal life, which would help me recalculate the events, to get to his time, as I usually do with some of the other guys. But regarding to him, I think because he's still new in the industry or in the public eye, globally I mean, so it is difficult to find lots of information. I did research, like I went onto his YouTube, his mom's YouTube, all of that, trying to piece up the events in his lives, because I don't want to be contacting them over some astrological things, because not everybody believes in astrology. So it's not like an urgent or an urgent matter. Not everyone believes in astrology like we do. So but I couldn't find a lot of information. I could just find when he graduated from high school, and there's not a lot of stuff to work with in terms of calculating birth time like I usually do when I calculate from scratch. So because of this, we are then relying on a very limited information with this certain synastry, which is not a problem. As I always say, you don't need the birth time to analyze the energies between people. You can use other methods to analyze. So therefore, we'll be using one of those other methods today to see the dynamics between this beautiful, lovely, vibrant, talented, young couple, right? The very first thing that I must tell you, guys, literally, is that I like to use the word literally, but anyway, literally, DDG is bringing in the love, the romance, the spark into Halle Bailey's relationship, like in a perspective of a relationship. He is bringing he's bringing in the romance, he's bringing in the intimacy, he's bringing in all of that, or all of those things that girls like in a man. He is bringing it with his planets to her. Okay, this girl is like romanced. This girl is wooed. This girl is warmed up by DDG. Do you know why? Because first of all, DDG has got Mars and Venus conjunct, and he's taking all of that into her relationship house, right, which is the 7th house, facing her ascendant. He's putting all of that Venusian energy towards her, the romance, the love, the affection. He is also adding the Mars energy, which is passion, which is love, which is oh my goodness, everything, like the energy, the assertiveness, the manly vibe. So he's bringing in both sides. He's bringing into her the soft side of love and the masculine side of life. So we can see why this girl, why Halle Bailey is so crazy about DDG. You would be crazy too about DDG if you had this chart that she's got, hosting his planets in the way that she's doing. DDG, guys, I'm sorry, maybe a lot of people, I understand, don't like him, reading from the blogs, the shade room. But from a synastry point of view, this guy is bringing her warmth, is bringing her affection, love, romance. You just cannot hate on that. And at the same time, in her 5th house, which is the house of romance, house of children, house of, entertainment, he's bringing in his sun and Mercury, which is what? He's coming to her as a friend as well, because Mercury is friends, right? So he's introducing not only the love side, but also the playful side, also the friendly side. And he's bringing that sun there in the house of creativity, sun, love. This is the original house of sun. So, his sun here is encouraging her to be more creative, to be more vibrant, to be more happy, guys. Stop being jealous. Stop, hating on this guy. This guy is bringing in everything in terms of like a lover, what a lover should bring. It's just so beautiful just looking at this synastry, guys. My goodness. Okay. And at the same time, obviously we can see why they have a boy, a son, as a child, because again, remember when I did the other synastry regarding Rihanna and ASAP, again, he's bringing in his son in her house of children. Son can represent having literally sons. Okay, but at the same time, because there's that Mercury there, we can see that there's a potential of them having a girl child next time they're having a child. So next time when they have a child, they will have a girl child. Okay, we can see that. It's just there. It's clear. So what's happening now is that because of, this sun and Mercury coming into her 5th house of Virgo, it means that there are people who are criticizing their affair, who are criticizing his role of, romancing her, his role of, having kids with her, his role of, taking risks with her, which of course we see, because we see on the blogs, on the Shade Room. Because of that Virgo energy. Virgo is about criticism. Virgo expects perfection. So when there's no perfection that people see, then the Virgo energy starts to criticize instead, right? So of course we see that happening. Their romance is being criticized. Either people don't like him, either people say he's not good for her. But me looking at the synastry, he's very good for her in terms of as a boyfriend. Okay, sorry for you guys, but the synastry doesn't lie. The planets don't lie. The planets don't make mistakes. The planets, they know what they're doing, right? So because of this his planetary system here, having that Mercury in her 5th house, and this Mercury comes here and it becomes exalted, right? It's an exalted Mercury because Mercury is exalted in Virgo, meaning that he himself, he tries to be perfect for her. He tries so hard. Like, guys, he tries so hard. He pushes himself every single day to be the perfect romantic partner for her, to be the perfect romantic like a friend as well to her. So that's what it means. When Mercury is exalted, it means it's reaching its highest state of being. So you'd find that he's like trying to be like a perfectionist in the terms of this house, which is romance, fun, entertainment, and all of that. And I can assure you that with this Mercury here, he's the type of a guy that can wake up in the morning and wake her up with bed and breakfast surprise with this sort of a surprise every time. Maybe he also does the bath with the candles and the petals, rose petals and all of that. He's that type of a guy with this planetary alignment here. Okay. And we can also see that, however, their sun is opposite each other, meaning that his sun is opposite her sun, meaning that their egos are like facing each other, meaning that there is like a disagreement in how they present their egos to the public or to even each other. So there could be that clash there where he thinks, I'm the king. I like to do this. I like to do things like this in this kingdom. And she's like, I'm, the queen. I like to do things like this in this kingdom. So there's that clash in terms of how they represent themselves, their egos, and how they want their egos to be brushed, or how their egos to be harnessed, right? So there's that clash, which is, of course, not really a bad thing. It's just like a challenging thing that they just need to be aware of, right? At the same time, we have his Saturn conjunct with her sun, right? Which the first thing, of course, that we can see here is a long-term commitment, which of course we already have due to them having a child. Anytime when you see Saturn making a conjunction to the critical planets such as Sun, grahas such as Sun, Moon, and Ascendant, then you must know that, of course, there will be a long-term commitment. So now his Saturn is conjunct with her Sun, indicating a very long-term dedication to each other, a very long-term commitment. And of course, with being parents, they will forever be bound together. Okay. They will forever be bound together because they have a child together. Now, this conjunction of Sun and Saturn really brings a struggle, okay? This is a struggle that, of course, we will not be able to see as the public. However, their friends will know about it for sure, because this is happening in the 11th house of friends. So their friends, their network circles, they will definitely know about the struggle that is caused by this conjunction between Sun and Saturn. Now, when Sun and Saturn are conjunct in synastry, okay, there is definitely some sort of resentment that will pop up. Okay, now guys, I just want you to remember what these planets represent. Okay, Sun is vibrant, Sun is warmth, Sun is ego, self-assured king. I'm here, I'm bold, I will charge, I'm ready to charge, I'm ready to rule, I'm ready to be a leader, I'm ready to tell you what to do. On the other hand, Saturn is all about, I'm a workaholic, I'm for the lower class, I represent the lower class, I care about the lower class. My ego is bruised, I don't feel confident, right? So these are opposite energies. So in this instance, it's telling us that DDG's ego, or rather, let me not say ego because then it's not, DDG's self-esteem, yes, DDG's self-esteem, due to this conjunction with her Sun, will be forced to always take the second place. He will be forced to always take the lower level to her, because she's the son, the king, the queen, the royalty, and he's the lower class, the hard worker, the person who's about authority, yes, but the authority that must respond to the king, to the queen, to the royalty. So in this relationship, DDG will take a place, or will be forced. It's not something that he's going to do because he wants to. He's going to be forced, because of this conjunction, to take a second place to her, to take a lower level to her, like a lower position, a lower seat, and she will shine higher and brighter and bigger than him in the circle of their friends. This, we won't see it much as the public. It's going to be experienced more, or be visible to their network circle, to their friends, right? So because of this, then, the certain energy, which is DDG in this case, will feel, or would feel, a bit of resentment. Like, why can't they see me? Why can't they see my efforts? Why can't they see my hard work? I work hard too. Just like her. But then she, is going to be recognized more, going to be praised more, going to be, seen more than him, even though he's breaking his back, working hard. So this is what this conjunction is going to do. And at the same time, because it's going to be happening, with the friends, within their network circle of Hollywood, you would find that at times this is leading to some sort of confusion within that circle. Okay, so maybe some people are talking hush 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 because of that, and some people are encouraging them because of this. So there's going to be that up and down in terms of emotions around their dynamics when it comes to this, right? So that's what we see. We are also seeing at the same time, of course, that his speech, like his communication, not speech really, his communication, how he communicates, could also be at odds with her class in their circle, with her level, her standard, her seat in their network circle. Like, people would be like, oh my gosh, he's not speaking properly, oh my god, he doesn't speak properly about her, or all these negative things. Because remember again, that Mercury is in Virgo, criticism, and now it's facing its opposite, her Sun. Your Sun is like your outer vibrancy. So meaning that within the Hollywood network circle, people will be criticizing him about how he communicates. They'll be like, oh, he's not communicating properly. He needs to fix his communication. He's so egoistic in his communication. He's this. And it's bringing negative light towards Halle's vibrancy, towards Halle Bailey's ego. There's going to be that due to that opposition here. Right? We're also seeing that, unfortunately, when I say unfortunately, I really mean unfortunately, we're going to see that, my goodness, unfortunately, there will be a lot of embarrassment, or there would be, let me say would, so that we don't create with our words, but we just explain what we're seeing in the synastry. All right, there would be a lot of embarrassment, a lot of shame that he brings to her public image, to her public status. Why? It's because he's got his Ketu in her 10th house of public image, in her 10th house of public status, in her 10th house of profession, of her career. He's got his Ketu coming in to sit here. Now, when you have Ketu making this conjunction, Ketu will bring a lot of embarrassment, a lot of shame, a lot of humiliation on your image, on your status, on your profession. Because Ketu does not have the head to think, to make good decisions. Therefore, his actions would be senseless. And because they are senseless, like he's not doing it on purpose. No, he's not doing it on purpose. It's Ketu, doesn't have a head, not doing it on purpose. But his actions would be so senseless that they bring a lot of humiliation, a lot of shame, a lot of embarrassment towards her status, her public image now, her profession. Because now when we're talking about the 10th house, we're dealing with the public now. Us, everybody, we can see this. It's no longer only the Hollywood circle that is criticizing him about, how he communicates, No, now we, the public as well, can see the humiliations towards her public image, towards her status, towards her profession, due to his Ketu, guys. It's not his fault. It's not his fault. It is his Ketu that is going to make this conjunction there. And remember, her 10th house has got Mercury and Venus, okay? And Mercury and Venus, they are perfect here because they make her, have this beautiful image in the eyes of the public, beautiful Venusian, playful status that we know her of. But because now his Ketu is coming in, it's just destroying everything here, guys. Okay, but it's not his fault. I must assure you, it is because of that Ketu that is making all of this humiliation towards Halle. And I'm just laughing because I saw on the Shade Room last year, right? It was last year when people were saying, oh my God, why is he making statements when she's, making it with her mermaid, her movie, right? And there was a lot of embarrassment that he actually brought towards her name at this time, and people were not understanding why. But now that I'm doing the analysis, I'm like, oh, wow, okay, now I get it. And it's not his fault. It's just his Ketu there. Hey? Oh, my goodness. But at the same time, we are seeing that due to his Rahu in her 4th house, he would be able to buy her properties, foreign properties, like foreign cars, foreign vehicles. For example, like a Mercedes-Benz, because it's made in Germany. BMW is made in Germany. So he's got that power to buy her a lot of properties, like a lot of foreign properties, like lots of cars, lots of vehicles, but that are foreign, that are not made in the US, since they are Americans, right? And at the same time, if in the long term, if they really stay together for a long term, we can see that he's got also that ability to buy her a home also in a foreign country as well. He could gift her that there's that power there. And of course I must mention this very important thing. DDG's Jupiter and Moon are bringing to her a lot of opportunities to travel. A lot of opportunities to travel, not only within the US, but to also travel to foreign countries. So DDG, with his planets in her 9th house of travel, of foreign travels, is able to bring in the money to travel, like to sponsor the travels, and also to open those opportunities for her to travel to foreign countries. And at the same time, DDG is bringing lots of luck, lots and lots of luck to her life. Okay, yes, we have that embarrassment thing happening here because of Ketu to her profession, but to her as a person, DDG is having his Jupiter in the original house of Jupiter. Therefore, lots of luck is brought by this guy to her. Okay, and Moon there as well is bringing lots of travels, lots of remember guys, Moon is also indicating money, liquid cash, because Moon is exalted in the 2nd house. So wherever Moon goes, Moon will bring money to that house. So here we're seeing that DDG is able to sponsor their foreign travels, like her foreign travels, and also at the same time open those doors, open lots and lots and lots of luck towards her. Okay, and also knowledge wise, DDG is able to open doors for her to know a lot of stuff, to know about a lot of stuff, to find a lot of information, okay, and to learn a lot about other people, other cultures, and all of that. It is thanks to his planet that would do that for her. So at the same time, we are seeing that, of course, when it comes to her and him, he sees her as as beautiful, because he comes with his Venus opposite her ascendant. So he looks at her with those Venusian eyes, with those eyes with love, And at the same time, because of his Venus, he's able to make her look more beautiful in the public eye, more accepted in the public eye. So it's like he's bringing that beauty. I mean, she's already beautiful because she's a Taurus ascendant, Venus, right? But he's also now bringing that element to assert that beauty. Okay? And at the same time, he's fueling her with that mass energy. He's fueling her towards being action orientated, towards being assertive more. But at the same time, because of that Mars, we can see that they also argue. Okay, they also argue because of that Mars there. Mars is a soldier that argues, that fights. So they also have fights. We can see that because of that Mars there. Right? But I mean, which couple doesn't fight? Please tell me. Is there any couple that doesn't fight? No. So that's normal. But at the same time, because of that Mars, they must be careful not to break up, because it is possible with this Mars that they will have breakups. Like they will break up maybe today, and then maybe in 3 months they get back together, because that Mars energy there is a cut. It breaks things. Okay, So we're seeing a possibility of that. So they just need to be careful about that, and just, you know, use the Venus more instead of the Mars to talk. But because of that Venus, again, they'll be able to sort things out, right? Because Venus is a diplomat.
Easy diplomat.
They'll be able to sort things out. All right, guys? Yeah, so I would say at the same time, because now of that son of his, we are seeing definitely that there's a father figure that wants to control their relationship, their romantic affair. There's a father figure that, or fatherly figures that give opinions, give advice to them about their relationship, like, do this, guys, you must go about it this way. You know, we are seeing lots of father figures that are giving advice towards their relationship. That's for sure. Okay, so at the same time, finally, there are, of course, you know, some contracts that they have signed in between them. I don't know what the contract is about. I don't know what papers they have signed, but because of that Venus in her 7th house of contracts and agreements, we are seeing some debate happening, you know, contracts being signed, maybe, you know, some NDAs or something like that. But, or maybe they starting a business together, or they want to start a business together, I don't know. But we are seeing that, or if they have not done now, later on they would be signing a lot of contracts together, because we have that Venus there demanding some sort of an agreement being done. And Mars, you know, Mars is like a disagreement. It's like we argue, we debate, you take this part, I take this part, you take this part, and so on. Right, so that's it with the lovebirds. And you know, it's so unfortunate that I really don't have his time, because, and I couldn't calculate it because of lacking knowledge towards his personal life. You know, even online I couldn't find a lot of stuff about his personal life that would allow me to recalculate his time. But so let's say maybe in the future, when we get to know more about him and he does lots of interviews with these magazines, we would be able to recalculate his time and see what she brings to her, because now we're really talking one-sided about what he brings towards her, right? So guys, that's it. Let me say thank you now, and I will chat to you soon. Happy